Hello there, I'm here today with my Craftsmen 5 horsepower 30-gallon air compressor. Basically had a catastrophic failure. That would be the inside of the bearing that goes on the motor and the inner and outer of the bearing casing itself. So thought this would be a relatively simple replacement of the said bearing. Okay, however, Sears doesn't want to sell just the bearing separate, at least based on my very quick researches online. They want to sell you the whole component here. That's $71. That's pretty steep. So basically I left this component mounted onto the motor, and since the only thing that was actually left on the shaft here was the inner part of the bearing, and I used a chisel, and it took me about 10 minutes to get it broke free because all the pullers I have are too large and I couldn't really grasp onto it. And but the chisel did work. Basically I just used some penetrating fluid on the shaft, you know, so it eventually eased off. It took me about 10 minutes to get the bearing off. Basically the original bearing here is a NTN bearing. The part number is 6203C3. I went to my local AutoZone, took my dial indicator so I could check the diameters of the Timken bearings that they carry, and I did look up and I found a Timken bearing that fits my particular unit, 203FF, $7.03 at AutoZone. Basically all I did was old bearings off, basically put some grease on the shaft here, and then basically put the bearing on top. I used a 11/16 half-inch socket, fits right over top. Routine hammer, tap it down nice and easy, and you're done. So basically instead of spending $71, I spent $7 on a bearing that I got from AutoZone, and it's a Timken bearing. Very good branded bearing. Basically I don't know with the other Craftsmen oil-free compressors if they use a similar setup like mine. My unit is definitely at least 15 years old easily. Just figured if you run into this issue, at least with a Craftsman, you may just go try your local auto store and try to match a bearing up that'll fit, instead of having to spend way too much money for a component that's way overpriced. So hope this has helped you out, and this was my little adventure this afternoon, and it sure enough did make a lot of racket when that bearing came apart, and yes, the bearings were all over the floor. So thanks a lot and have a good day.